Hello, kindred spirits. This is Alison, your cheeky, rebellious stylist and practicing earth custodian and steward. I know that I suck at looking after Earth's resources in the moment, but I'm committed to being in the process of discovery of what that takes to transform our fashion industry into one that produces remarkable clothing that works awesomely for us, but also respects our Earth's resources. So something that I'm always touched by when I work with people in the fitting room and with clothing is how remarkably unkind we are to ourselves. And I know from personal experience how self-critical I can be, and that I'm sure each of us have friends and family that we know are incredibly self-flagellating and unkind about the shape body, the size body that they reside in. And I really invite you that just like a boat can be at sea for 50 years, we wouldn't be critical and judgmental of the number of barnacles that it's got on it, the dings, the dinks, and yet we don't bring that level of grace, compassion, respect to ourselves. And also that we have an advertising industry and a media industry and a rich and famous industry that perpetrates a certain image. And, you know, we're wanting to decrease bullying in the schoolyard and cyberbullying, and yet we're surrounded by an advertising industry through media on all frontiers that is a passive bully. And, you know, until we actually really acknowledge that, and then that we carry on being a personal bully with ourselves. And I really invite you that it's actually up to each of us to interrupt that pattern and actually get a bit recalcitrant and go, well, is it really true? You know, am I completely useless because of my shape, size, dimension, colour, race? All of those stories that get perpetrated through media and conversations, and then we continue perpetrating it in our own head. And, you know, I think one of the greatest journeys for any and all, you know, many, lots of us, some of us, is to actually surrender and come to peace with the body that we reside in right here, right now, right in this second, complete with its shape, its fat, its unfat, its skinniness, its boniness, its bumpiness, its height, its dimensions, the shape of our nose, our eyes, our ears, our hair colour, all of those things that we intrinsically consider as us, to really make peace with being grateful that actually we get to reside in this house, this skin and bone house, and the gift of that and what that makes possible for us to change and create and pursue in life. And not from a you should be grateful perspective, but in sort of feeling our heart expand and go like, oh my goodness, like I actually have this life and I have this body, and thank you. I think one of the greatest journeys in terms of, you know, discovering how to dress ourselves is actually a return to complete unconditional acceptance. And boy, is that a journey. Have I got that mastered? No. Am I in the inquiry of what that is? Absolutely. And I really invite you, catch that bus and inquire, what would it be like to actually just completely and wholly and totally accept yourself just the way you are, just the shape, size, dimensions your body is right here, right now. Nothing added, so nothing taken away. Just to accept you right here, right now, the body that you reside in. And make peace with that. and be generous and gracious and kind, and invite what's possible through acceptance. Because I promise you, while we're rejecting our shape, our size, then we're actually rejecting a good portion of us. And if we're not embracing 100% of us, it makes it pretty tough for us to shift a gear on things. I'm not saying it's impossible. However, it's just a thought. It's not the truth. So I invite you, check out whether you can be more kind-hearted to yourself, more accepting, and in the inquiry of what's possible if you actually just accepted yourself completely right here, right now. Be gentle, be kind to yourself. That way you'll get to bring it to others. See you soon.